Hello, and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of Aggie News. I'm Cameron Rivers.
And I'm Brianna Walton. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper and Chancellor Harold Martin are making changes to campus. Melvin Harris shows us how students are warming up to the rules.
With North Carolina A&T opening up their inside seating for the dining hall, student center, and visitation, students on campus are ready for what's to come. With COVID-19 numbers going down, many people in North Carolina are ready to get back to reality, especially sophomore Gerald Johnson. Johnson's ecstatic about indoor seating for dining halls because of his longer commute to get there. Johnson believes this will put less stress on himself.
I enjoy that they're opening it back up because I live in the cottages, so I have to walk 20 minutes just getting there, and then it's usually I get one plate or something, and then I have to walk all the way back where I have to order just 2 trays so I can get food. So I like that it's open because I can just sit down and just eat and relax for a little bit in there. Just last week, Governor Roy Cooper encouraged schools to lift their mask mandate, and it seems like North Carolina A&T is following that protocol. In Greensboro, Melvin Harris, Aggie News.
Student Government Association student officers' stipends have increased up to 50% and more because of their new constitution effective this semester. Jamil Whitlow explains what this means for the rest of A&T students.
In previous years, Mr. and Miss A&T were paid $400 a month. This year, they're paid $800 a month. SGA and executive board members' stipend has doubled. We want to know why this stipend has increased and if students are affected. SGA is responsible for being the voices of the campus community to serve the student body.
To hear that they're getting such a big increase, almost double what they have been paying, is questionable to me. Also, I want to know where the money is coming from because that seems really...
According to the new constitution, any funds related to SGA stipends are not related to their SGA budget. Their SGA budget is funded by the University Student Allocation Fee Committee.
We're also providing increased financial resources as well to support students, because many students who are in SGA executive board positions, live off campus or they live in an apartment, and with rent going up and with cost of living going up, and then having to do all this work and they're advocating in the midst of a pandemic with so much going on. We wanted to make sure that they kind of receive that financial benefit as well. It comes out of the SGA executive board budget. It will only be affecting the student body in terms of fees on the student body.
I understand that they are seniors and they're about to go off into the world, so they need the money. $800 a month is actually understandable, but it's just why? Why all of a sudden?
The last time SGA made changes to their constitution was 8 years ago. To know how SGA is serving the Aggie community, read their constitution on 1891 Connect under their tab. In Greensboro, Jamil Whitlow, Aggie News.
Big things are happening on the campus of North Carolina A&T State University. The new Engineering, Research, and Innovation Complex is now open. Jocelyn Brown takes us inside.
We are here live on the campus of North Carolina A&T State University for the ribbon cutting and grand opening of the Harold L. Martin Sr. Engineering, Research, and Innovation Complex, named after Dr. Harold L. Martin Sr. This event has been well anticipated, and the Aggies are excited. Aggie Pride!
The development of the Harold L. Martin Sr. Research and Innovation Complex has been a 2-year process of dedication and hard work, and the inclusion of individuals that I had the opportunity to interview with.
My name is Malcolm Hawkins. I am a senior electrical engineering student, and I serve as the president of the North Carolina A&T chapter of the National Society of Black Engineers.
How do you feel about the new engineering building?
Well, today is an amazing day. It's been a long ride waiting until this building has been completed so that we can really come in and start doing what the name says, engineering, research, and innovation. So I'm really excited to see how students and faculty will be able to use this space, use the different research labs, to really come up with great ideas and figure out solutions to the most pressing problems in our society.
I am here with Dr. Harold L. Martin, Sr. at the grand opening and ribbon cutting for the Harold L. Martin Sr. Engineering, Research, and Innovation Complex. Thank you so much, Dr. Martin, for taking the time to interview with me. I was wanting to know from you, How do you feel with your name being put on the new engineering building?
Well, it's an humbling decision by our Board of Trustees to name the building following the work that I've done with our team on this campus. So while the name is going on the building, representing me, there's been an incredible amount of support from our leadership team, our deans, our faculty and staff, and our outstanding students as well. And so, needless to say, I'm honored, more than you may imagine.
Yes, and Aggie pride.
Thank you. Thank you.
I also wanted to know from you, how is the new engineering building going to positively impact the students of North Carolina A&T State University, specifically the engineering students, and how will it also positively impact the general population?
A&T has risen through its growth and enrollment, new programs, research, and the like, that it has emerged as one of the nation's leading doctoral research land-grant institutions. And that's critically important from where I sit, because as a land-grant institution with big STEM, with outstanding programs in business, education, the arts and humanities, agriculture, and a variety of disciplines. So the growth in our institution and its influence is enabling us to recruit outstanding students from around the world to our university. Our graduates want to be on the cutting edge of where new jobs are, high-paying jobs are, and long-term future career success. Take courses in these areas. Very, very important for the future.
The future is now, and the future is us.
Future is now, future is us.
And Aggies do.
Aggies do.
Yes.
I agree.
Thank you, Dr. Harold Martin. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
This has been Jocelyn Brown in Greensboro, North Carolina, Aggie News.
The A&T baseball team was back in action this weekend with their first game against the University of Dayton. The Aggies came up short in their season opener against the Dayton Flyers with a score of 8-4. Despite the loss, Aggies looked good early. Pitcher Daniel Carter had 6 strikeouts, 5 of those being in the first 3 innings. The game quickly got away from the Aggies in the 4th inning, where only scored 2 runs to Dayton's 8. A&T tried to rally late with runs by Court Maynard in both the 5th and 7th inning, but it just wasn't enough.
I didn't think we played poorly. That was a good game. That was a really good game for an opening day, and they are a really good team, and they swing the bats really well, and we just let one inning get away from us. I mean, they only scored 1 inning.
The Aggies unfortunately went on to lose both remaining games in the series against Dayton this past Saturday and Sunday. But Coach Hall assures fans that the team will be okay in the future. Their next game will be at Liberty University on February 23rd.
Hey Aggies, I know we're all doing our part to keep each other safe, because concerning ourselves with the well-being of our fellow students is what Aggies do. I've had firsthand experience with the ravaging effects of COVID-19, and I don't wish for the rest of my Aggie family to have to deal with that. So let's continue to do our part by masking up, washing our hands for at least 20 seconds, and staying 6 feet apart. With our continued efforts, we'll be back together again. Aggie Pride.
Gas prices have increased by 33 cents in Greensboro, North Carolina within the past month, according to reports from Gas Buddy.
Paige Henderson shows us how this is having a direct impact on businesses and everyday drivers.
The recent increase in gas prices are affecting drivers in North Carolina and all over the United States. With no insight on when these prices will decline, drivers continue to grow frustrated.
Today's standard price for unleaded gas is $3.47. February 2021, gas was 98 cents cheaper than today's price, averaging at about $2.49 per gallon. A resident of the city of Greensboro was able to share her experience dealing with the rise of gas prices.
So I feel like gas prices has really affected me, like how I spend like money-wise.
I went from paying like maybe $30 to fill my tank up to almost $60 to fill my tank up now. I feel like it's also made me look at like which gas station that I really want to go to, like look at the different prices. At first I never used to check that, like my parents would, but I wouldn't.
Drivers aren't the only people noticing the effects of the rise in gas prices. The employees at gas stations are also able to see its effect on a daily basis.
The people are reacting to the gas prices as being very upset about the price hike, and also the ones that don't have to drive are not driving at all. The prices are so high that people are staying home more now.
Unfortunately, drivers can expect gas prices to stay the same or possibly increase due to multiple factors. There are, however, apps like Gas Buddy that may help you find cheaper gases in your area.
Race may no longer be a factor in college admissions. The Supreme Court agreed to hear 2 cases challenging affirmative action. Lucy Pearsall-Finch has more.
White and Asian students are held to like a higher standard because they're white and Asian. Like that seems very backwards to me. To me, it's the other way around. Black students are held to a higher standard because they're black, so.
In the UNC case, the judge found UNC Chapel Hill admitted fewer black students than applicants of other races with the same SAT scores and GPA.
Which struck me as curious because the plaintiffs are complaining that UNC is just admitting lots of African American students that are unqualified. And if I read the judge's findings correctly, she was seeming to suggest that UNC was sort of bending over backwards in the other direction.
Like UNC and Harvard, North Carolina A&T seems to take a holistic approach to admission, meaning race is one small factor. University relations was not able to be reached for comment, so it is unclear what a change to affirmative action may mean for HBCUs and A&T. Diversity here,
where it shows that we are growing as an institution, as a team, as a department, everything that the school does is they are growing. And whether I'm just a caveat to the rule or not, it does show that we are you're becoming more of a national brand than just a local school.
It will be a while before we know if and how any changes to affirmative action and college admissions will be made. The Supreme Court will not hear these 2 cases until the 2022-2023 session. In Greensboro, for Aggie News, I'm Lucy Pearsall-Finch.
Kim Potter, the police officer who fatally shot an unarmed black man after claiming she mistook her gun for her taser, was given 2-year sentence. On April 11, 2021, Potter shot Dante Wright during a traffic stop in Minnesota. In December, she was convicted of 1st and 2nd degree manslaughter. Potter's sentencing has said to be lenient as the Minnesota Attorney General asked for the maximum sentence of 7 years.
To the family of Dante Wright, I am so sorry that I brought the death of your son, father, brother, uncle, grandson, nephew, and the rest of your family to your home. Katie, I understand a mother's love, and I am sorry I broke your heart.
A police officer who was supposed to serve and protect took so much away from us. She took our baby boy with a single gunshot through his heart. She shattered mine.
Potter will spend 16 months of her sentence in prison and the rest on parole.
Hakuna Matata means no worries. Disney's The Lion King live tour will be stopping here in Greensboro starting February 23rd at the Stephen Tanger Center for the Arts. After the long-awaited return of touring, Broadway fans will wait no longer. You can purchase your tickets for the play through Ticketmaster.com or directly through the Tanger Center's website. The Tanger Center requires anyone who comes to wear face coverings when not actively drinking or eating. Vaccination requirements are listed on the websites as well. Thank you so much for joining us this week's edition of Aggie News. I'm Brianna Walton.
And I'm Cameron Rivers. See you next week.